Rangers fans will be hoping for a big summer ahead. With the 49ers takeover looming and a difficult season coming to a close, change is expected. In today's video, we have some huge Rangers news as a Rangers forward, branded not good enough, could be set to depart the club in the summer. We will look into this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rangers and Celtic have reportedly joined the race to sign Crystal Palace and England starlet Jesse Derry. Son of former Premier League midfielder Sean, the 17-year-old is out of contract this summer. He knocked back professional terms to stay put at Selhurst Park. This has alerted numerous clubs across the UK and Europe as to the England under-19 internationals availability, and the Scottish Sun reports that Glasgow's Big Two are among them. The outlet claims Derry is open to the prospect of moving abroad, with Bayern Munich, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, and Paris Saint-Germain all said to have scouted him. Derry recently scored the winning goal for England's under-18s as they defeated Portugal. Now, in some huge Rangers news, Ross McCausland may be entering the final chapter of his Rangers career, as speculation around his future intensifies following a string of underwhelming appearances and a costly disciplinary lapse in a recent outing under interim manager Barry Ferguson. At just 21 years old, McCausland broke into the squad with promise, having contributed 5 goals and 6 assists across all competitions last season. However, his influence has waned significantly in the current campaign, managing just 4 Scottish Premiership starts and finding himself largely on the periphery since Ferguson's return to Ibrox. Despite the managerial change offering a potential clean slate, the Northern Ireland international has remained on the fringes. In Ferguson's opening games in charge, McCausland was an unused substitute in 3 fixtures and featured only briefly in cameos against Kilmarnock and Athletic Bilbao respectively. The recent clash against Aberdeen on Sunday, the 13th of April, presented a rare opportunity for McCausland to make a statement ahead of a demanding Europa League second leg tie. However, the afternoon turned sour quickly. The winger was shown a red card before the break after 2 reckless challenges, leaving Rangers a man down and at the mercy of the hosts. Aberdeen capitalised through goals from Leighton Clarkson and Pepe Habib Gueye, racing to a 2-goal lead. Although Rangers showed character to claw back a draw thanks to goals from the in-form Hamza Egerman, who has attracted interest from Everton, and Romanian playmaker Yanis Hadji, McCausland's dismissal cast a long shadow over the performance. Former Hibs striker and pundit Tam McManus didn't mince his words when assessing the youngster's future at the club. Speaking to the media, McManus questioned McCausland's ability to meet the standards expected at Ibrox. "I don't think he's good enough to play for Rangers. That's very clear. It remains to be seen if he'll be there next season. He let the team down with 2 stupid lunges, putting them up against it, and I don't think anyone had any complaints about the decision." McCausland's red card not only hindered his side's efforts on the pitch, but may also have dealt a serious blow to his prospects in Glasgow. With competition for places fierce and Barry Ferguson looking to put his own stamp on the squad, the winger's time to convince the new regime is running out. As the summer transfer window looms, a departure could be on the cards, unless McCausland can dramatically shift the narrative, and fast. In other news, Rangers have earned around £13 million for their participation and performance in the Europa League this season. The Ibrox side are into the quarter-final, where they face Athletic Bilbao in a crucial second leg in the Basque region on Thursday. The score is 0-0 after the first leg. Barry Ferguson and his players will be dreaming of a run to the final of the competition, just 3 years after finishing as runners-up to Eintracht Frankfurt. Progression in the competition means significant prize money for Rangers. However, should they achieve the remarkable feat of lifting the trophy, then they would secure a Champions League football next season, along with a spot in the Super Cup final. Combined guaranteed Champions League phase participation and competing in the Super Cup would see Rangers bank in the region of £20 million. In context, that is more than they have earned for all of their efforts so far in Europe this season. Qualification to the semi-final would see Rangers earn €4.2 million, with a spot in the final worth €7 million. Winning the Europa League is worth an extra €6 million. If you add the winnings and participation payments which are associated with winning the Europa League to the money already banked this season, then the figure approaches €56 million. That is not including any ticket sales, which would only increase the number. The figure also does not include legacy UEFA payments for the European value pillar and non-European value pillar. Celtic earned €13.44 million from those payments in the Champions League last season. Add those into the mix, and Rangers winning the Europa League could be worth as much as €70 million. In other news, Rangers legend Ali McCausland believes his former side have every chance of booking their place in the Europa League semi-finals, despite the tough task awaiting them in Bilbao on Thursday night. Barry Ferguson's side head to the Basque Country, with the tie finally balanced after a hard-earned 0-0 draw at Ibrox last week. The stalemate was all the more impressive considering the Light Blues played the majority of the first leg, with 10 men following Robin Propper's early dismissal. It's been a season of ups and downs both on and off the pitch for Rangers, but European away days have consistently brought out the best in them. And McCausland, who knows a thing or two about memorable European nights in Rangers colours, isn't ruling out another special result in Spain. They've always got a chance, McCausland told TalkSport. I tell you, Athletic Club are favourites to win the tournament, but I would have taken a draw before the game last week, even before the sending off as well. So yeah, you've got to say Rangers' better performances have been in Europe, particularly away from home. It's still a big ask, but you never know. Rangers will need to be at their resolute best at San Mamés against an Athletic side filled with talented players and backed by home advantage. But with their European pedigree, having reached the 2022 final of the same tournament and defiant quarter-final first leg showing, Ferguson's men head into the second leg with belief they can write another chapter in the club's storied continental history. Finally, Newcastle United legend Faustino Asprilla has slammed Colombian countryman Alfredo Morelos after the ex-Rangers striker was caught inviting opposition fans to a fight in the dugout. Morelos was caught on camera calling out fans of his Club Nacional's rivals Millonarios after he was subbed off in the second half. Morelos could be in hot water with the Colombian FA after appearing to invite one to come to the technical area for a fight, and Colombian hero and one of their best ever players, Asprilla, was unhappy at Morelos' actions in his role as a TV pundit. He said, "I think Alfredo Morelos is unbearable. He gave abuse to his own manager when he was substituted off, and then the opposition fans." But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.